What's up? What's up? What's up? GM,
Snap.
brother.
GM.
Happy third anniversary to us, brother.
Yeah, man. We got a toast to that.
How have you been? Kumusta? How you been? How you doing?
Well, this is a special day. Let, let me do a simple opening for everybody. GM, everyone. Welcome to our Pulse Asian TV channel, a new episode. And today is a very special day because Pulse Chain officially turns 3 years old, just like what MacB has shown you guys with the hand signature right now. So I believe a lot of people, let's recall back some memories, right? During the hex peak times, and then we entered into sacrificial phase. So kind of have a lot of people talk shit about Pulse Chain. It will never go live. It's gonna be a scam rug project, right? And the big fat Richard Hart is just gonna walk away with the money. That's what the noise is all about,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah. So I mean, we have heard too many. It won't survive. Nobody will use it. It's not gonna go live, right? Then after 2 years, thankfully, there you go. We have our Pulse Chain mainnet goes live, right? And up until today, 3 years, it's not dead. It's still live and loud. It's not a ghost chain, just like I mean, we have seen many VCs back chain, uh, layer ones, layer twos, layer threes, right? Too many. And well, at least Portion is still here. And our community is still very convicted with the delayed gratification mindset in our DNA. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Nicely said, brother. Nicely said. With our 2 more weeks, still remember 2 more weeks. When Richard Harden, 2 more weeks. Oh man. Yeah, for me, for the 2 years, right? As you can see, most of the people were kinda. Oh, by the way, let me ask you, man. What are you drinking for a celebratory mood, man? What are you drinking? Sige.
What do you think I'm drinking?
Ikaw, man. Ikaw muna. My native language. Ikaw muna. Meaning, you first.
All right.
All right.
This looks black. And during my college days, people would actually mix this with some vodka. but
Vodka. Ah, all
no,
right.
it's not. It's just Coke.
Cool. I
Yeah.
thought it's a tea mixed with vodka.
This is a very black tea. No, but
You wanna? I just want to show what's mine, right?
jing jing jing.
Jing,
It's
jing,
the
jing.
local beer.
Yeah, it's the Sunmig flavored beer, right? So I have it here. Oh man, brother, cheers to you, brother, and for
All
another years
Pulsicans.
in the future of Pulse Chain. All right. So yeah, man.
Thank
I
you.
still yeah, man. I still remember 3 years ago when Pulse Chain launched, right? So I was saying just a backstory on this one. Thank you for the great intro, brother. Right? I think you have mentioned, nailed it really. That yeah, it will be a ghost chain. Nobody will be using it, and the fat man will just run on with our money, right? I do understand there were people who were kind of over sacrifice, right? And they thought that will be launching in 2 weeks time, and I think Richard Hard did mention that yeah, 2 more weeks did become 2 years, right? Because of the market structure, of the market sentiment during those time, right? So I think he did mention that he didn't want to see a chart that is kind of wreck, right? But anyway, still day when Pulse Chain was gonna launch, I was lying on my bed, or not on a bed, but kind of a road in for the gym. That's a road that is gonna be used for the gym. I was lying on the floor, waiting for Pulse Chain launch. I was preparing for my hardware wallet. I was preparing with my laptop, and I'm so very very excited on that day because I know I'll be getting LS. So yeah, man, that is just oh man, I'm just very happy. I think I could be like out of my mind because I'm kind of happy. My vibe was all good. I was golden spirit, right? So yeah, man, that is just my experience. So yeah, how about you? Did you do the May 13 lunch on that one for the preparation of the lunch, or just wait for another day? What's your
Uh,
story, man?
oh well, I think it was indeed a very exciting moment knowing that it's going live. Just that at the beginning there's too many contents out there and a lot of people is talking about let the dust settles first, right, before you make any move, because of the liquidity and all the setups, and a lot of things were unclear in the beginning, like how do we get our tokens, and how do we breach, and how do we um being able to get engaged with PulseX, you see. Yeah, so there was a lot of challenge in the beginning, but it was very exciting even for myself and the community around us. So we did wait for a little bit before we make any move at that time. Yeah. So same goes to PulseX when the new farm came out, and many people they rushed in. Sorry about it. Yeah. So many people rushed in, and we've seen some was that bad play about some people lost their money because they didn't know what to do. And yeah, so that was something that I didn't want it to happen from me and my surrounded friends and communities here. So then we wait a little bit until we have a clear instruction, then we test it out a little bit by little bit. But it was a very 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 uh, a memorable moment because we have been waiting for it for like 2 years. The many stacks of 2 weeks became 2 years.
And it
So
becomes a joke in the community, right? If you're gonna
right,
if you got
that's
if you're gonna hear some builders, how many weeks before lunch? 2 more weeks.
right.
Yeah, man. I think I do understand the operational security that you guys were doing, right? So yeah, man. Definitely, it's worth noting that yeah, man. The OPSEC is top notch, and I do understand that you guys were doing the best approach, especially if this a newly launched, right? So yeah, man. Kudos to you guys, and also to the Malaysian Pulsicans, right? And I want to give a big props to Asian. He is the guy who right. So we did have a stream last week, and he have a group, the ABCD. It's very easy to remember. If you have any IRL events, do the ABCD, right? The Asian, yeah, man. Maybe you can expand it for the community and to the
Yeah.
viewers are watching right now. What is ABCD? Before going into our yeah, man, celebration for the third year anniversary of Pulsion. Yeah, brother, go ahead, man.
Well, just for some of you that might miss the last stream, so ABCD stands for APEC Blockchain Day. So it's positioned as an event IP to show up in IRL events and to gather all the builders, crypto enthusiasts around the APEC region, right? So we have done quite a few events across Malaysia and also Thailand, and also and upcomingly there should be one in Macau, but there are still many plannings coming out this year. So stay tuned. And if you are talking about Malaysia Blockchain Week, we will have it around end of July. So anyone of you watching this stream, if you want to come and meet the builders, people, the crypto enthusiasts in during Malaysia Blockchain Week, just go and grab some flight tickets, fly over. Yeah, it's happening around end of the July, but that's the Malaysia Blockchain Week that I'm talking about. Yeah. So will ABCD do any events during that week? Potentially. So if we are, the invitation will be sent out and welcome to join as well.
Yeah, man, you heard it directly from my the host of Asian Pulse Asian TV, not none other than, and he's also by the way the founder, right? So yeah, man, for me, going back to our right, for me, I really like the builders right? That is for me the good metric for me for a pulse for a layer one is to see builders that are building on a layer one blockchain, right? And I think you did also mention that we are not VC backed, venture capitalist backed, meaning the big monies are not with us. It is really a community driven one,
Yep.
right? It's quite
Absolutely.
unique, right? Let me try to do this, and I'm kind of yeah. Let me try to have this one. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we are the other side. So yeah, man, we are a community driven layer one blockchain, right? Me and Asian, we are not paid by anybody. And you, we are not also by AI for that matter, right? We are real men, right? We have real life, we have real families,
We have real
like
skin
yeah,
in the face.
real indeed real skin in our face, man.
Yeah.
And we have all this conversation with Asian how we can improve, right, to reach much more audience, right? So these are the things. There's so many things happening on the background that you guys are not seeing, right? The people directing this one, the content that we wanna make, reaching out to our guests, right? Sometimes we don't have any guests for that matter because yeah, man, people are kind of busy. And not to mention, by the way, Asian, right? We have different time zone. Mostly of the builders are really on, right, the American side, European side,
Yep.
right?
That's
So,
right.
yeah, man, I just want to big shout out to Up. You know Up X, right? The LPX guys did wake early in the morning, man, just to have them on the show, right?
Yep.
And for me, we have lots of sacrifices to do, right? I have to take a leave from the office. Just want to show you guys that we are really doing this for the community, for you guys, right? So this any layer one without any community is a ghost chain, man, right? It's a ghost chain. The community really matters, right? So yeah, man, these are just the sacrifice that we're doing. Last week, Asian was kind of groggy, was kind of sleepy, right? I can feel the man, right? So after that,
But it feels much
so these
better
are
today.
brother. Go ahead.
No, no, I mean, at least today I'm not that sleepy, right? It's much more,
Yeah,
much
man.
different guy today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're full of energy. I can feel you from here, brother. Yeah, I
Sorry,
did
sorry
ask
about
him.
it.
You, it's fine. As I was saying, right, we guys are not paid in doing this. I could see the passion of Asian, and I could not even remember how we started, brother. Do you still remember how we started? I think
I think we pretty
how
much
did
just
we
hooked up on X, and then hey,
on X,
we talk to each
right?
other. Why not we cover and lead for the Asian region as a channel, right? Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's how
man.
we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
started.
yeah, man. I appreciate you, brother. We
Likewise.
just click, man. We
Yeah.
just click. Actually, when we have the streams, we don't have any scripts. We don't run on scripts, right? We just have a question. Pulse Asian TV is really centered to the builders, innovators, investors, people who made it. Even if you're not made it, right? We want to hear your story. That is why Pulse Asian TV was made. It was made for you guys. And Pulse Asian TV, the name, oh man, the guy the name Pulse Asian TV, right?
Yeah.
He was in the show. Like we were like flowing, like we were just vibing. We're just like all this one, right? We just meet, right? We're just meeting. We're just a hand that really meet, right? So I hope you guys appreciate we are doing. We are part of the Pulse Chain community. I know there are infightings, disagreements, like in any family there are like agreements, but at the end of the day we are of the same team. So I'm appealing to everyone who are watching, right, to the Pulse Chain community. I know there are like farm engagement, right? Even I have to admit sometimes, right? Just for the sake of engagement, right? Especially for the big. I just want to to get out of the algo, right? So yeah, man. Cheers to that again, brother. Cheers.
Sure.
I appreciate you for the things that you have done for the community, man, and for us to be really just be vibing,
Yeah.
right, without any script, right? So yeah, I
Likewise. Cheers
appreciate
to
you, man.
you and all the Pulsicans.
Yeah, man. We call ourselves the Pexicans, the Pinoy Hexicans, PH Pexicans. That's a PHEXICANS with a PH. Philippines, by the way, is we have a abbreviation of PH. That's the Philippines, right? I don't know with Malaysia. What's your abbreviation? MLY or
No,
did I get it right?
MY, MY.
MY. All right. All right, yeah, man. So again, guys,
Yeah.
we are on your and on our 3 years, right? Again, I'm very sorry if you're gonna hear some muffler sound. Welcome to Muffler Town. At least your man, not be crypto and not an AI. All right, we're not AI, we're not bots, right? I am building the Pinoy Pulsing community here, brother. Just for the information, everybody. I know you know this. I'm having these giveaways every Tuesday and Thursday. Uh, the the Tuesday one is crypto stream Tuesday specific topic. Like my topic yesterday was about what are the three things that on why you should consider LP farming as a side hustle, right? So that was my then right. My forte, right? My forte is on educational purposes or on streaming educational pulse chain content. And my brother here in the trenches, right? Over the longest bear market that I ever have had, right? Or have for that matter, is into IRL events. We have kind of different niches, or should I say different should I say strengths, right? So I know Asian know how to host and to handle events. Might as well support him, right? With in Malaysia, right? Yeah, man. Give us a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are like 22 at the moment on Pulse Asian TV. Your subscribing to the channel will help us. And might as well comment on chat on how we can improve. You think so these are the things that we want to improve, right? And I think we have this few conversation uh hours ago with Asian, right? But anyway, that is just between me and him, and we are doing this, right? We just want to show that yeah, we are very passionate for the crypto industry to be really used for um everyday uses, right? You're just loving have a cell phone and logging into your app, right? So just the same with crypto, right? So yeah, man, these are the things that we are doing, man. Yeah, what other things are you doing with your RL events, brother? Do you have any companies? I know you have a chips, right? Oh man, this guy is a really businessman, man. So yeah, man, I look up to the guy in business. I know you have a chips, right? So yeah, man, for the community who are watching right now.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
yeah. I mean, for RL events, I did mention that there will be some events coming up, but we'll announce it on X if there's any. And for builders, if you are looking to sponsor and also get your brand out here in Malaysia or somewhere in Asia when we have events, we can reach out also. Yeah, but again, I think we should talk more about Pulse Chain today since it's the third year of celebration, the anniversary of Pulse Chain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Sure, man.
Uh,
Before going into really the celebration, man. So we just have this kind of backstory of this one, right? So yeah, man. So I think we just have to put our kind of our niches, right? So yeah, man. I think this is the best time also for people to hear us. But yeah, man. I think really we have to put the Pulse Sense celebration out there. I think this one big kudos to Crypto Coffee, right? So I wanna read this, right? I don't, but I think it's too small to be read, right? But anyway, I just want to read this one. This comes from Crypto Coffee, right? So I thought you were the one who made it. So big shout out. I thought you were the one, but you did mention it was crypto coffees. Then I have searched crypto, or should I say, I have seen crypto coffees post, and yeah, he did mention this one, right? Post in 3 years and just getting started. So meaning we're just warming up, right? So basically, yeah, man, we're just kind of 3-year-old baby, right? So don't expect us to be like running around, right? For people to just use it in everyday blockchain transactions, or should I say D apps, decentralized apps, right? But anyway, yeah, man, in this 3-year growth, right? We have 1 million wallets, right? So we have 1 million wallets that is used, yeah, man, that is 1 million plus wallets, right? And we have 10,000 projects. Imagine that one. We have 10,000 projects, and one of that is Monex, one of that is Vouch, one of that is like all these, especially Hex, of course, right? Hex and other projects that are really have a use case in the pulse chain community, right? So we have 2 billion on the total value lack. That's a $2 billion, right? That's 2 billion. That's with a B, right? That is being lacked, and more or less 500 million PLS that is being what that was being burned, right? And we are over 180 country plus, right? So imagine the language, bare language, do have a tongue twist. And just for the information, everybody, I am not even a streamer. I am not a streaming type guy, right? I just want to hear. But I said to myself, what can I do for the community, for the Pulsing community, for us to thrive, right? So these are, I think, I'm not a builder, but I know how to talk to to the public, because I am working in public health. So one of our thrust in public health is public education. So more or less, I can speak in public, even though I'm not good with my, right? I think for the audience who are watching right now, you just have to find your niche and ask yourself, how can you be part of the pulse chain community to be adopted, right? So yeah, man. So let me read this one, brother. 2021. That was the vision, right? So I think Richard Harden proposed to fork Ethereum because of the high gas fees. Remember when we tried to unstake our hex? How much was the staking unstaking fees?
Cost a bomb, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. It's
Hundreds of
so
dollars, sometimes even thousand. It was crazy.
yeah, man, ridiculously high,
Yeah.
right? Ridiculously high. That's why, if for the people who are watching, that is the backstory on why Pulse Chain was created. Did you know why we are called Pulse Chain? Did
Connect
you know the story of that
the
one?
people's chain.
Come again?
It's the people's chain.
Yeah, you could say that, but actually there's a kinda of why we have Pulse. It's, Richard Hart was saying it about a sexual dating thing. So that was like that was being asked. So now for the audience who are watching right now, we are, especially for the kids, right? Again, you have to say some exact terms, but not to being rude, or should I say being malicious on that one. But the story actually was, they were Richard Hart was asking what will be the name of our chain, right? So there was like a joke. I did saw that post, right? And there were even memes, and there was like a pulsating thing that a man can do, right? If you're gonna whatever, right? But anyway, so that was like a joke with that one, and one then mentioned we could have a pulse chain because Richard Hart was mentioning about a kind of a below the belt uh kind of should I say sexual thing, right? So yeah, man, that's the backstory and why we have that pulse chain. And he was also asking on how we can have the logo, right? So people were chiming in, and yeah, then we did vote for what's the logo, right? So as you can see, Pulsion here, right now, that's a hexagon, right, for hex, and we did have that, should I say, pulse, right, a pulse over there. So that's why it became pulse chain, and you were saying a pulse chain, right? So that was like the backstory. And 2022, it was like literally, actually it was 2023, right? So it was a 2 year kind of, it was already there, but kind of on testnet,
Yep.
right?
We have
And
many version of
yeah,
testnets.
yeah, many version of testnets, right? Yeah, maybe you could expand on that one, on all the testnet. Were you
I know. I
trying
mean,
to?
I kept following with the news and all, but I don't really like go hands on because it's still testnet anyway. Well, so usually all these test stuff we'll leave it to the tech guys. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, indeed. We don't want to broke things, right?
I
So yeah,
mean,
but for
after all, I'm still a marketing guy, not really a tech savvy guy. So leave it to the experts, and then we look out from the experts on what to do when it's finally live. Yeah. So all we had
yeah,
was patience, patience
yeah,
after
I did.
patience. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think, yeah, man. Speaking of patience, right? If you are like a investor type, or you wanna be successful in any markets or any endeavor, especially in investing, right? Patience is the key to your success, right? So patience is the key, especially in investing, right? You need to get right, and a long time horizon. That is literally the delayed time gratification, or should I say the marshmallow test, right? So let me go on this one. An expansion of 2023, right? So literally that was the launch, May 13. As I was saying, I was lying on my gym. Okay, the roll. Can you show me the gym, the black one? I just want to show it for this content. The one that I have slept, kanang imong katugan. It's a mat. Yeah, it's a mat. So that was, I was lying on the mat early in the morning, right? And by the way, the US, there's still 12 over there, right? Midway 13. So I think they have this late celebration because we here in the APAC region is kind of ahead of them for 8 hours, 12 hours time difference, more or less, right? And in 2024, we have now the acceleration of this one. And of course, 2025 going to 2026, right? We are now the future, right? And I'm saying this because, right? Because Richard Hart's still there. The community is still building. Speaking of building, have you heard of a new wallet? We have copy of Alex, the Sigma protocol. Yeah, man, the Sigma protocol is literally an index fund, right? So he did mention that years ago, in which he would explain because people will be trading and we are not VC funded. We have a fractured liquidity. And he did mention about Sigma. It is an index fund in which like at a basket of tokens, right? So he was explaining that to the community long before, but I think it was not market fit ready for the time, right? Because we were launching and people were like kind of meme, DJ miming, talking launching on our, what do you call this, pump tires, right? But now the Alex is very active right on Twitter right now when explaining the index fund that is a Sigma protocol. I have read it, but he's not launched the protocol. So he's considering more of his work on the copy. It's a fork of Copy, the capybara. That's why it's Cappy. Cappy, that's Cappy.
Cool.
Cappy. Rabbi is the rat. Not rat, but rabbit. Rabbi.
Yeah.
Cappy is the capybara, right? Yeah, man, just for people to know that, yeah, man, Pulse Chain, there are lots of builders. And not to mention Mr. Alex is having this infrastructure, RPCs, right? And all these hash graphs. He is the one who bought a, or should I say, have a what do you call this? A, how do you call that, brother? Kind of a data center. Yeah, man. He's like, yeah, man.
The
All our,
servers or the servers. You're trying to say the
Servers, yeah. Part of that one are the servers, are the RPCs, and even all our transactions, right? And he is not paying any, he is not being paid in a dime on that one, right? Meaning coming from the community, right? So as you can see, where the guy, as I was saying, right, me personally, I'm not a tech guy, to be honest, right? I am more of a guy that I just want to have that passion in changing the monetary system. That's my fundamental, right? And I think we have also Alex, who is a kind of techie guy, providing services, because no wallet, right? No wallet will not showing our transaction and balances if we don't have the infrastructure, the server, there's a lot of terabytes in there, man, and that entails a lot of money, right, for you to preserve all the transactions, right? So as you just understand blockchains, we keep the record of all the transaction that had happened, right? So yeah, man, that is just part of why Pulse chain really driven chain, right? As you can see here, right? Thank you, Pulse community, one chain, endless possibilities. Together we pulse. All right. So together we pulse. Yeah, man. Are you pulsing on, brother?
all the time pausing on.
Pulsing, pulsing on. That's the right pulsing on. Yeah, man. We're still pulsing on, right? So yeah, man. Yeah, these are just the people who are doing their thing, right? Me doing my thing, building the community here in the Philippines, right? So I mean, that's the best thing I can do, right? So yeah, man. What else can I say, right? But as you can say, I'm telling other people who are really doing their stuff, their niche, right? Alex is doing this stuff. Is in on his own money, his own dime, right? His own dime. Oh man, you could see the guy, right? Vouch is also building a liquid staking protocol, right? For yeah, man, for all our transaction to be always be on, right? No turn off switch, right? So these are just the mix of people, 180 people, 180 countries, right, around the globe, people marketing, giving tablets, right? Oh man, there's just a lot, man, just to mention a few, right? So yeah,
I
that
think
is just some.
what's important is about this survival state, right? Where even in pulse chain, bear market reveals who are the real communities who stays and still show up, right? While bull market sometimes creates only people who just passes by. So I think we have seen too many different hypes, too many different trends and narrative just hype up and then gone, hype up, gone, hype up, gone. Correct. So at least for what we are doing here, and like you mentioned, Mr. Alex and everybody else that is handling out the tablets and all, we are still here. And do we know when will be the brightest moment? No one has a crystal ball, but at least we are all trying to contribute our part, our time and effort and money and resources in our own ways. So, in order for something this huge to the moon, right? It will need a great strength, but we are forming up that foundation level right now, forming up, still forming up, because we are just waiting for that click to actually shoot up. So this is something that I think for whoever that is watching this video right now, this live stream right now, if you are new to Pulse Chain or new to crypto, I would say you are lucky, because you are so lucky that you did not have to test your own patience for the past 4 or 5 years, which we already went through, right? So, and you're lucky enough and fortunate enough, your entry is so much better, even better than the top one sacrificer, right? Do you still remember the sacrificial phase?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what about that? Which part of that one?
No,
That we
we have
have two
two
sacrifices. I
phase.
three actually.
Yeah, I mean if you include Provex, yes.
Provex is
Yeah.
the third one,
But
right?
we talk about before Porsche goes live, we had two. We have Pulse Chain and also PulseX. So
Pulse X.
what I was trying to say is that people are so lucky and they don't know about it. Why? Because their entry right now is even better than the top one sacrificer. That is
Yeah, man.
that is crazy.
What Yeah, man, what Asian is saying is that you are not wrecked, right? Imagine us buying $1,000, just an easy number, and we're like maybe
$300 left.
28%, 100, maybe $100, right? So that's what he was saying, right? So
$100,
there is
you
a,
are being kind.
yeah, yeah, indeed, man, because we are literally
Yeah.
like 90%, right? So yeah, man, just for the easy number, but we are down more than that, right? So yeah, man. So that's what Asian is saying right now. To that perspective, right? One's perspective is a different opportunity, right? So I think it's the best time to buy again for the Pinoy audience who might be watching this. Again, this is not financial advice, right? I don't want to be off guard caught with the sec, right? I'm just saying part of this one is the educational part, right? So I think this is the best time to accumulate. If you are asking, am I late for the party? You are not late for the party. We are down, and this is the best time for you to buy, to accumulate. When I say buy the dip, right? And we are saying that because we do understand that we have a limited supply of PLS, right? They're like being burned at the moment is like around 500 million being burned. 500 million, right? So, yeah, man. So that's why we're saying we are just being kind for our 1,000 to be like $100.
Oh,
All right.
right.
So, yeah, man. I think
So,
let's
buddy, just
let's go.
something. Put up something. Just a question, quick question for you. Why pulse chain still matters to you?
Yeah, pulse chain really matters to me. First and foremost, I have a big bag of it, just to be honest of that one.
All in.
So yeah, man, I am a diamond holder this one, right? So and secondly, I'm a believer. I'm a believer, right? So at the end of the day, all these things that we are doing is for the future, right? So as I was saying, I'm here for the fundamental idea that the monetary system should be changed, right? So I'm here for Paul saying second because I want to change the monetary system, and those two, yes, as you were asking, will answer the question that you have asked. I have a bag of it, right? A bag of hex, a bag of balls, right? Yeah, man, I'm here for the monetary sovereignty and for to change the monetary system. Yeah, man. By the way, brother, let us go on chat. We have this chat on here, and yeah, man. Let me put this one. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think audio and with stream. Indeed, indeed. I understand now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Holland. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, copy. But anyway, brother, you were saying. I just want to to our audience who are watching right now. We are live with our SOCMED on YouTube, on Asian on Pulse, right? And on Pulse Asian TV, on MacB Crypto, the Yield Maxi on YouTube, right? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is the Pulse Asian TV, and also on Asian on Pulse, and of course, MacB Crypto. All right. So yeah, man. So let me ask you on this one, brother. Is your drink already finished?
It's okay. We still have some
Nothing.
time. Take time to drink.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Did. So yeah, man. I let me ask you this one. Why did you build on Pulse Chain? What's with why did you build Monex on Pulse Chain? I know you guys are on other chain, but why on Pulse Chain?
That's a very good question. So, like you, I think we have a similar 2 points like what you mentioned. First, I do have a huge bag too. I mean, to myself, right? No other opinion. For myself, I think it's quite decent. Second, I'm a believer. I believe that hacks perform so well, and it changes many people's life. And I think Richard Hart is able to lead again in Pulse Chain and in PulseX or even ProveX to change many other lives too. So that was the vision that I believed in. I'm not sure about others, but that was me. So one of the another main reason why did I choose to build on top of Pulse Chain instead of other chain as the first chain? Well, I see that we are in the early opportunities like the Bitcoin or Ethereum just got created, right? So a lot of people don't know about Pulse Chain yet, aside from people that already know. So that means it's still a blue ocean out there where um, it's up to our efforts, all the community efforts, and also the marketing efforts to actually reach out to them like what Richard Hart has posted, we already have the chain flawlessly operating. We already have the POSEX operating nicely, Hex, the OG, and also coming up more builds, decentralized applications being built on Postchain. So we have all the things that we need, except, yes, as a builder or too many people when they already in the Web3 scene, when they want to build something, they will often look at the infra and also the support given, right? So I would say one of the most matured infra given and all the accessibility given is definitely Ethereum, since that is the OG of a smart contract creation, right? So I think like what you mentioned just now, you want to change the monetary system. I think to simplify that statement, Bitcoin existed to change money. Ethereum existed to change applications, right? So I would say Pulsechain as a fork of Ethereum, it's much more focused more on accessibility and also usability, right? To provide faster transaction, ultra low fees, and EVM compatible infra. So this is something that Pulsechain has come along when it goes live. And it is like what you mentioned in the beginning as well. We are a community driven ecosystem. So Richard Hart, given that using his own influence and also the efforts of the whole community, we have come to a stage where we are one of the strongest community out there. And we are still very much alive, even during these bad times, right? So I would say mass adoption is definitely something that we will still need to work harder on. And we need to be clear and understand well why pulse chain could be something that might change your life in the future, right? So yeah, I mean, love him or hate him, Richard Hart has created so much opportunity for us, and a lot of people is still blaming him. Hey, why are you not pumping the charts? Why are you not streaming? Right? So I'm sure given his billionaire, he's a billionaire, right? So given his achievements and his experiences, there are definitely some insights that um, we don't see it, or there are reasons why something that we wish we could see is not happening yet, right? Maybe the timing, maybe um, in Chinese we say the feng shui. Feng shui is something like a numerology. So maybe the best energy frequency wasn't there yet. I don't know, but yeah, just putting it shitting a little bit here.
Yeah, man, it did. And I think the guy, speaking of pumping the chart, yeah, but he did pump the right, I think you can see the chart, right? 2 years ago, right? So there was an injection of money, but yeah, man, there were like people just. I do get it, right? People want to sell their bags, and it's okay, right? So I think, yeah, that's how cycles work. So cycles work. That's why we have a bull cycle, we have a bear cycle, right? So, brother, let me segue on the second year anniversary. I'm just looking on my previous YouTube videos, right? I think I did have also the Fear founder, but anyway, that's a different topic with the Fear. But anyway, I just want to show this one for our audience, right? I did celebrate on the second year here. This one, second year anniversary, Pulsian anniversary, second day celebration stream. I think, I think I was streaming for I think for 2 days on this one, just on my own, man, just to show
Damn.
how. Yeah, man. I was just scrolling down in here. It's the second day of this one. Second day streaming since it's a second year, right? So yeah, man. Lots of things have happened, right? I have definitely upgraded my setup, right? How to I learned a lot of things in talking to how to do the stream thing, right? So many things that happen, right? It teach a lot of things, right? So look at this one. I have the second year anniversary, day one, right? And I have also day two in here. Second year, second day celebration stream, right? So there, this one. Just 11 views in this one and 13 views in this one. This was like 1 year ago, man. Streaming. Are you seeing this? Can you
Yeah, yeah,
people
I'm
see? I
seeing
think.
this.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah, I think you can see it.
consistency. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, man, indeed. Consistency. Yeah, I think that is one thing for everyone that you should be consistent, right? Not just like a consistency. I think that's the right term. If you're a builder, you should be constantly building, innovating, right? So yeah, man. So yeah, just want to put that thing out there, man. So you can just imagine doing this stuff, right? I have all these guests. Look at my setup in there. I have a small, and I have, I think, celebrated also the Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? And I cannot even speak direct fluently on this one, man. So this was like, yeah, man, it was like years ago, right? You can see my setup here, the background, kinda not much of so many things on the background, right? So yeah, man, those were the days, right? So yeah, man, forward 2026, I did meet Asian, right? Of 2025, I did have you on the channel, right? And we just click, man. So yeah, man, it's not something you see all day, and to be part of to be part of Pulse Asian TV, right? And yeah, man. So I appreciate you, brother, man. I've been saying that because not all, because there are people who are like for just here for the easy money, right? But I could really say Asian is not that guy. Even I'm not asking for any token money to Asian. No, I'm not. Likewise, he's not asking money for me, right? So as you can see, you have to really see the heart also. Consistency, the heart, the passion, all these things. And Asian, you were saying about feng shui, we are the yin and yang, right? I'm kind of more of the negative, my the kind of serious guy, and I have here a positive guy. I'm kind of negative, right? And then we have a battery, a yin and yang. So we have a I think that's the reason why we also click, since opposite poles attract, right? As you were saying, I'm kind of more of a serious type. I'm here to change the world. I'm here, and Asian was like saying, yeah, man, on a lighter note, right? So I think that's one reason that we have this post Asian TV. I think I said, what will be our no? I think we have to look up our first stream, and we can maybe celebrate on that one. Here in the Philippines, by the way, on June, I will be giving 10,000 pesos, more or less, I think $250, right, for our community here, for their engagement in Facebook, right? And I could see my numbers in Facebook, brother. Could see the algorithm, my reach is really much higher, right? People DMing me, messaging me to be part of the group chat. So what we're saying here is consistency. We should be consistent, right? In bringing the word out there, right? So these are the things, a trait that one should consider: consistency with your investing, right? Sorry, that is a muffler sound over there. Consistency is really part of the key. Being patient, understand markets, right? So yeah, man. So that's why I'm still here, brother. Because I will not be here if the money. It is a mix of both. I'm here for for the sovereignty, right? I'm here also for you were saying, right? It is an opportunity. It's like Bitcoin during the early days. That's why I'm saying. That's why we said, to be honest, we have a bag of it. On our capacity, right? Relatively speaking, I think which are much more kinda above than the average, right? I know you are, right? Because we are Hexicans, right? I know you did sold some of 2021. I'm kinda on the 10 years, 15 years stake, right? So yeah, man, I think the opportunity is really there, and yeah, Richard Hart is here for the glory. He is literally a billionaire, a whale for that matter. He has a lot of Bitcoin.
It's
Have you
Ethereum.
seen, and Ethereum also, right? And there was also a so-called a whale, right, that entered on the hex lobby,
The God
right?
Wheel.
The god whale, right? So the god whale. So there were like saying, for me, I think it's him. For me, I know there are a lot of speculation out there, but yeah, I think that amount of of Bitcoin that did get 10,000 hex, right? And I think we are all Watsas, right? We are all Satoshis, right? Have you heard those terms, right?
Yeah, of course.
Um, yeah, man. So yeah, I think he was the one, and I think they were the early days. Click an exe file, and Bitcoin will just come it's on their. And I think it was on JSON file. It was not even human readable, and there was not even said phrases back then, right? If you could lose a single fast recover phrase on that one, oh man, you gotta lose your stack, right? So yeah, big shout out to Richard Hart. I appreciate the man, brother. All the things that I have understand right now: protecting your wallet, protecting wealth, understanding money cycles, all these things I have heard it and learned it for free to Richard Hart, right? Richard Hart, if you're listening to this one, I'm not saying I am fully aligned with his understanding on certain stuff in religion and all these things, but on generally speaking, I kind of tend to agree with has have said, right? Not all things that he mentioned, right? But anyway, just want to Richard Hart, yeah, man, careful out there. I personally me, I want to say that yeah, take care of your health, right? So health again is true wealth. Yeah, man, and we have lots of things to do, and yeah, man, seeing you on stream, but yeah, man, it's a choice of you that you have to make, right? But you have to decide on that one. But if you're gonna go on stream, I think yeah, man, it's a good for the Pulse Chain community, right? So yeah, man, if you were gonna stream, but if you don't want to stream, yeah, man, I think we're here streaming the Pulse Asian TV guys, FN Hangout, because I do believe that we are really should be the network, right? Yeah, man. But our third heart can definitely come on stream. Maybe concerned with should I say with the law, right? Or should I say regulation, right? So I think for that's the reason. I mean, with the legal predicaments that he is in, right? Especially, I don't know if he's still in Finland, but more on the taxes, right? I think the tax case is not still being lifted, right? Or should they say being cleared, right? So yeah, man. Since Pulse Chain, we're talking about Pulse Chain, and I just want to put that word out there to our founder, right, Richard Hart. All right. So yeah, my eyes is already ano na, my eyes is already gone.
It's almost there.
Yeah,
Almost
man.
there.
Yeah, indeed. So it is Sunwig Light is like a how many percent is one? 3% alcohol. It's just a ladies drink here. And if you go to the bar, how much is this one, Han? Maybe 50 pesos. If you go to the red light district bar, I think it will cost you 500 pesos. Yeah, man,
That's
just
crazy.
for ano,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's crazy, man.
That-
That's crazy if you wanna go to
well,
the bar.
I
Yeah,
mean,
man, it's
I mean,
expensive.
sometimes when people come into crypto, they want to flip so hard. right? They want to make like tens of X's. But right now, with just that, you are making how much? Like 100? No, um, 30 to 50 X's.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true indeed. But we do understand, right? But we do understand that, yeah, since we do understand cycle, that, yeah, man, um, the bull market will come, right?
Yep.
We just have to really put out the utility, the apps that is being made, right, for people to use that one to steer economic activity, right? So that's why we're putting out the builders in our show, right? That's why we have builders in their show, because we want to put that economic activity, to steer economic activity for people to transition from the traditional business, traditional banking, like for example hex, that is the first time deposit on the blockchain, right?
Yep.
So we want to transition that one, but sadly people were just literally trading it. Now for me, if you ask me, I am stake 10 years, 15 years,
Conviction. Uh,
mostly of my did, right? That's conviction, right? And I was so naive then that, yeah, but I had just a small liquid hex, right? So I think, but it was a learning process for me. Never regret it, brother. Never regret it, by the way. Understand, right? My time will come. I have learned a lot of that one. Yeah, man. Kind of substantial though, relatively speaking, right? Definite. We have different stocks on this one, but I could say I'm kind of above average, especially if you have get in. What's that? If you have get in day one, right? You were saying about access, right? You're still up if you were like the day one hexagon, right? At the end of the day, man. Yeah.
I would say we
So
are still up. That's for sure. I mean, just that uh, in since Hex was launched, that was back in 2019, right? Right now we're in 2026. It has been like close to 6 years. So, well, any amount of money, people, I would say having money, uh, financial management is also very important. Some people, they are able to, lucky enough, fortunate enough to make tons of money, but they might spend it easily as well. Like you said, 500 pesos for one beer, and they could just fling it like that one night for 100 of beers. That's crazy. So, so you imagine you live that kind of life, how much money you earn also won't be enough. So it's really up to how you plan your lifestyle and what are you gonna do with the money. Like, are you gonna put some into more investment, generating passive returns, stable returns, a lower risk one or higher risk one, or like potentially close to risk free, and spending for your family and loved ones, right? So that is the main purpose of why people are working their ass off in this society, trying to look for good opportunities, trying to live a better life, but having the insights and also the getting involved and exposed to movers opportunities is something that we have to do it, because it is a leverage play, no matter in any things that you do, whether you are studying. What are you leveraging? You're leveraging the knowledge that you are learning from the teacher. You are leveraging the facilities provided by the school, and you are leveraging the networks that you built since young with your friends, right? Who knows, in the future this could be your mentor, this could be your once in a lifetime opportunity sharing from any one of them. We don't know, right? So ultimately, stay humble and keep while staying humble, while having the eager to strive for better life, but also at the same time stay curious, and you got to protect yourself anyhow. So it's all about managing risks and expectation, and also managing your exposures to something. So this is, I would say, financial management is something that we will have to learn along the way until the end, right? So until the day you say, hey, I finally had enough. Okay, stop. I just need to change my lifestyle, and who knows, you are able to live until 99 years old, right? So I would say it's the lifestyle and also the financial managing part that every one of us will have to have the sense about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think you nailed it, man. You nailed it. I think so. Guys, don't do when Lambo, man. Don't do when Lambo. Don't do when Lambo. I think, yeah, man. Financial management, that one, the lifestyle that you want to do, right? If you have a Lambo, the moment the wheels, the mags on that one are very expensive. The maintenance cost on that one, right? Uh, this is a kind of, I'm not bragging on this, right? I just want to share this one, right? Um, with me, since we're talking about financial literacy, right? And yeah, buying a KTM, a Duke 200cc bike on that one really entails a lot of, what I say, maintenance. If you have a problem with your digital cluster, it costs a lot than the usual motorcycles, right? As you were saying about financial management. So these are the things that I have learned also, right? In which how you can sustain that lifestyle. And that understanding came when I heard and read about Warren Buffett, how he lives simply. And mostly the billionaire types are the most simpler types of guys, right? Not so much of the bling bling, right? So for me, that surge of money, because I did not have that money before. I don't have that access of much appreciation of an asset, especially with Hex, right? I bought a car, I bought a motorcycle with it. Now, in comparison with my contemporary, what I mean is to my peers, right? I'm kind of much more economically, or should I say above than the average, because of the so-called sudden wealth syndrome, right? Even though it's why like a paper game for us, right? Most of us, right? So it was like a turning point on me to have a change on the lifestyle. As you were mentioning, I did change my lifestyle on that one, brother. So on that one, I prioritize my health, right? I exercise more or less 3 to 4 days a week, right? And yeah, man, you were saying about family. Yeah, man, those are really the things that matter most in this life, right? Yeah, man, these are your kids, right? Your family. They will be the ones that will be there for you, right? And how much you have felt to your kids, how much you have nurtured your kids. And I think they will see that when we get old, right? I'm not saying that they will be treating me like, no, man. I said to my wife, we have to really do this, meaning can afford maybe a caregiver for us, because I know our kids will have their own families and they will not be obliged during our retirement years, 60s, 70s. And you were saying longevity about 90, 100 years. And even I'm have you heard of Brian Johnson?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, that do not that do not die guy.
Don't die.
Right? So don't die, yeah, don't die, right? Don't die. So I think it's just like a catchphrase for him, for people to catch the attention of the masses, right? But I do believe that, yeah, man, I think none of us will be here forever. Even Elon Musk, by the way, did mention that, yeah, man, it is a society, it is a societal for a society that if you're gonna live 1,000 years, right, there will be no advancement in society, right? I think, but yeah, man. But anyway, what I'm pointing here, that during the old age, money will matter to you, right? For caring, for the hospitalization, if no so, right? And for me, brother, since we are talking about longevity, health, I did ask to God here. I am a Christian, right? And no one will be caring for me. They will not be sorry. They will not be my internet. I think am I back? I think my internet connection got okay. Cool. So I don't want people to be should I say bothering their time and effort to care for me, right? So yeah, man. Since we're talking about the what I'm saying is I have when you solve the money problem, right? You excel into other part that is health, how you could have that preservation of your wealth that you were mentioning, right? How you can preserve that by having a yield, a stable yield, a high risk and a low risk asset, right? Or yield for that matter, or businesses for that matter. Yeah, man. So I think really for you to level up. If you solve the money problem, it's for you to level up. That's what happened only to Brian Johnson, right? He didn't level up when he was like sold his company. He did take the U-turn and move on health and understand health, right? And do all these biomarkers, but don't do the guy is doing, right? What I'm doing, he since he has a lot of money, I'm just listening to all the tests that he's doing, right? You don't have to. For me, I don't have to test myself all these testings, biomarkers, and whatnot, right? But I think it's definitely going old should be like less back aches, right? Yeah, man. So yeah, longevity. I think Richard Hart is also for the longevity, curing the myth, right? Curing the myth. I think he's against of Elon Musk going into Mars, right? So yeah. So what do you think of curing the myth of longevity? What I know they're like no diseases, right? So what is longevity for you?
Mm, prevention, anti-aging, and better functionality of what we already have in our body. Yeah. So
All right.
correct.
Awesome. Aging, yeah, man. So prevention, that's what we are doing, right? With the exercise, the choices. I think if you have money, right, you have a better a choice to make with your food since you can afford it already, right? So you can, yeah, man. For me, you could buy a much more healthier choice, right? Maybe you could afford also for a much vitamins or supplements for that matter, right? So yeah, man. Thank you for sharing on that one. Because when I do understand that, yeah, man. You try to greet old. I by the way, I'm 44, right? So I have this they called middle age syndrome, right? Middle age syndrome in which where I'm gonna go, right? Is this the end of me, or what are the things that I wanna inspire? So for me, that's one the thing that I want to do. Stream to for me to be heard, right, and for people to understand what is crypto. So that's why we are still here in Pulse, right? We have a bag of it, and yeah, we are very passionate on that one, right? For changing the monetary system. That's it for me, right? Yeah, that too is really the driving force for me. That's why even though we're not paid, right, and for that matter, we are the one internet, right? So we're the ones that being like Alex is doing, right? So I hope the guys are listening right now that, yeah, man, again, just to remind everyone that we are really the network there, and to use Pulse Chain, we have a lot of things. If you wanna play, you can play. You have a bond like Munex. You have liquid staking. We have LPX. Oh man, what else? We have Morbius, we have Pulse Price, we have Hex Frenzy, if you're gonna degen on these things. We have Pump Tars. What else, man? We have Sigma Protocol, we have lots of wallet, and I think we have wallet syndrome for that matter, right? We have Liberty Swap. Oh man, what else, man? What
Cross
what
chain.
what else can
Yeah,
we
we have so
cross
many.
chain
We
indeed?
have internet money. We have so many things already built, like PulseX hacks, stakes. Just stake and wait for your passive return, right? I mean, after 3 years, Pulse chain is still here. Our all the builders are still building, communities are still growing, whether it's in Philippines or in Malaysia or in anywhere else in the world, right? Across 180 countries, right? The vision is still very much alive, even though we are in the crypto winter season, things are quiet, but we are still here. So I would say maybe the masses that don't know Pulse Chain yet or heard about it still doesn't fully understand what Pulse Chain could become, right? But then in the history, Hex is the best proof that it can succeed well, right? And sometimes if you look at the chart now, some people might say, hey, this is like super red chart. But who knows? This looks very wreck chart. To me, it's similar back in Hex days in the first month, right? It dropped 90 or 90%. So this, if I could turn back time, that drop 90% would be a good time to enter, right? After knowing the history that it can go to 56 cents. So the biggest opportunities, they will sometimes usually look retarded, ridiculous. Yeah. And until they become obvious. But when they become obvious, it's not opportunity anymore. So things are like that in life, right? If you already know, you already see it, witness it, already pump so high, then would it be a best time for you to buy? Would you experience the maximize or exponential gains? Maybe not, right? But again, it's about the exposures and risk versus rewards, right?
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Yeah, man. So I think if you are down, it is the best time to buy. That's why we did always, it was like a meme of Bitcoin before. It's a saying meme, right? Buy the dip, right? Because there are limited supply of Bitcoin, like 21. And even Michael Saylor did trash talk Bitcoin, right? It's like gambling thing. And here you are, like a poster boy of Bitcoin, a Bitcoin maxi.
Yeah.
Man, these are just the things that, yeah, man, people can really flip the script, right? Or should I say their narrative? If Michael Saylor did understand what Richard Hard have understood during those times, and they were being laughed at, and I do believe some people, maybe in my community, and also maybe in Malaysia, maybe will be, like, these guys are fool what they are doing, right? So, but as you can see, we did see the vision, right? These are missing of vision, something that is not happening, but for you, you have real, right? So that's why, yeah, man, Paul Shane is. I know you'll be saying, yeah, you'll be biased on that one because you have a bag of it. That's why I'm very honest on that one. Bago were biased. The maxis before were very biased when Ethereum was launching because they were gonna eat some part of the market cap on that one, or should I say, the launch of Bitcoin. I do understand that, yeah, man, it could be like a problem with, should I say, with Ethereum, cause yeah, it's gonna eat the Bitcoin pizza, kumbaga, with the market, right? But anyway, there's a room for everybody in this one, right? We have a EVM compatible chain that is a pulse chain. We have cross chain swaps like Liberty X, right, and all these other cross chain swaps, right? I mean, for it. So that's why we are here and still part of the pulsing community. Even I did posted a while ago, 2 years ago, I did have a 2 day stream on this one. I already forgot about that. I was talking in Tagalog, in my native language. I don't even understand. I don't know how to do this stream stuff, right? But later on, as time progress and being patient, consistent, all these things, right? Asian on Pulse came in. We did have Pulse Asian TV made, right? We have all these international founders, builders on Pulse chain, right? So as you can see, if you are wondering, or should I say, be asking why you'll be going in for Pulse chain, look for the builders, look for the community, look for people like Asian doing IRL events, people doing all this marketing, giving all these tablets on their own dime, their own effort, their own money, right? The passion in there. So yeah, man, Bitcoin will not be successful without their passionate. Bitcoin maxis were like trashing. thing. Even Richard Hard did trash talk Ethereum, right? Because it's yeah, all these things, blah blah blah. But later on, he did have a bag of Ethereum with our sacrifice, right? Or should I say the adoption amplifier of Hex, right? So yeah, man. So these are the things that people should understand, that the opportunity of a lifetime is during the time in which people don't give an F about the token, right? They don't give a fuck and people are laughing at you, right? But here we are still streams, as even though sometimes we're kind of asking ourselves, are we gonna like gonna pump of this one? But at the back of your head, yeah, man, it's just a matter of time. And here we are telling people, use this one. You have to use this the apps, tokens for gas fees, for yield farm. It will steer that demand, meaning a buy side to create that economic activity, to transition from the traditional finance into the crypto stuff, right? So yeah, man, these are the things that we should understand. That's why we are in Pulse Chain. You cannot turn off, by the way, Pulse Chain. You cannot turn it off. You cannot turn it off, right? That's why I know there are pros and cons in this one. Meaning, if you're gonna send to a wrong address, then sadly that will be gone. But it will not be illegal. It will not be a legal problem if there are hacks. Because with the Kelp DAO, there are questions with their DAO. I think there's a litigation with the Kelp DAO because they have these admin keys, right? So you don't need an admin keys in a decentralized network, but you should be careful in sending and interacting with the apps, right? So yeah, you have to ask yourself, is this the correct address? Do not search for the search address on on Google, right? Maybe I what I'm doing, brother, is look for the Twitter account of that specific project and double cross reference it with Google search, right? And the spelling, right? And bookmark that one, right? Bookmark all these links for the decentralized apps. Meaning of decentralized app, it is an app that is decentralized, an app that cannot be stopped, right? And you could interact with it using the wallet, right? And you could use in that one, INC, PulseX, MoonX, Vouch, and you could steer economic activity on this one, right? So yeah, man. What else can we say about Pulse Chain? Yeah, man. I know we are going into our 1 hour and 30, almost 30-minute mark, brother.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, I think we have pretty much covered a lot. Just that just a question that throw out for us here. Where do we see the future of Pulse Chain? I think I'll leave it to you to have a quick answer first.
brother, let have Fast Abdul answer that one. I am here for the tech. Also,
You can never have a better timing, right? I just raised this
better
question.
to you.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it did. It did.
I
Going
am
for
here
your
for the
question, it did.
tech.
I am here for the tech, brother. Nothing serious, man. Yeah, thank you. Big shout out to
Shout
Fast
out.
Abdul, man, the founder. This is my co-host and of course the host of Asian. Yeah, man. I did mention to him that maybe the launch of the 369 Vault. Yeah, man. That it would be awesome if you will be there, brother. Big shout out to Fast Abdul, and I'm here for the tech. Just right. Just
Yeah,
question. All right, just here for the question. I have a
but yeah,
question here. I think this is up for the paired one. So, what's your favorite Pulse Chain tokens to hold and DCA in? What's the chain and why? So, for me, brother, let me start on this one, and you could answer this one also, right? So, for me, I think you could DCA in with the layer one. That is, I A with my Hex. Ever forget Hex? I'm an OG Hexican on the block. Proud one. Maybe one or maybe we're like less than 10 here in the Philippines. I could be the number one, maybe Hexican. I could be, right? I think I'm the only one talking about Hex in the Philippines, right? So for me, I am DCA. I call it, by the way, PCA. peso cost averaging, dollar cost averaging. I coined the term PCA, brother, peso cost
Yeah.
averaging. And of course, with a new project, yeah, man, I'm there for Vouch. Vouch is really the liquid staking protocol. We need to have a more. I know there are like questions about is it really to decentralize and whatnot or whatever, but you don't have to have that Vouch pro. They say the bots protocol, the DAO, right? But you could help decentralize the network by having a half of that one, maybe a half of 31 million PLS, and you could have your own. Should I say half that of that one will be provided by the bots protocol, right? So I'm here for the decentralization of that one. So yeah, I'll be biased on that one. I have a kind of a bag of vouch also because I want Pulsane to succeed by having a really a decentralized validators and nodes to protect the network for it to survive and no and might as well maybe there's a evolution in the vouch protocol, right? So we will never know down the road, right? Maybe you could fork vouch and add additional functionality in that one. Before I will have the answer to this one to this question, brother, let's have a fast Abdul. Let's have Ethereum. He did mention Ethereum was Pulse Chain's testnet. Pulse Chain is faster, cheaper, and more decentralized. Good things are coming. All right. Fast Abdul did mention on that one. Ethereum, yeah, man. All pun intended on this one. All pun intended on this one. It's true. All the Ethereum's upgrade, then Pulse Chain will have its upgrade. So meaning all the problems, the software problem will already be there's no problem in the Pulse Chain side because it's already being done on the testnet and that is Ethereum, right? So thank you this one, brother Fast Abdul. Yeah, man. Go ahead with this question.
Well, I think what
What's your favorite
Fast
old
Abdul said was very assuring, right? It's like a very firm answer. It was great. So yeah, moving on to the question. I think my favorite tokens, I would say it was still gonna be POSEX because the deflationary is there every day. Buy and burn, the pressure is still taking in no matter the volume. Okay, so as for Pulse, it's gonna be like I think my second largest bag, and I think that for Pulse, we need more builders, right? We need more builders, we need more users, so that we can have more burning in action. Right now, I think because due to the yield being paid to the validators, it's somehow also inflating in a bit, right? So that's about Postchain. But will Postchain um, rise? I think due to the Hart's law, liquidity bonded, whichever one pump hard, eventually it will bring up the others, right? So if you ask me which is my best, I would say POSEX. And yeah, DCA in. Okay, you are PCA in. Okay, then I would say it's you need to value your own appetite, right? How much are you comfortable to get in, right? You are if you already have a big exposure in it, and then it's too large that over leverage something that you cannot lose. Well, I really think that you need to manage properly to decide how much you want to buy in more. Okay, maybe bit by bits. But for like I said it again, for the new people, they are lucky enough because you are buying better than the top one sacrificer. So this is statement is right here. You are very fortunate, right? So any amount, $500, $1,000, any amount, it could be changing your life in the future. I don't know, right? So non-financial advice, however. Yeah. And is there any new projects do I like on Pulse Chain? Uh, I think right now, like I mentioned, I would be focusing more on the course at the moment. Yeah, if I'm already highly exposed to, and if I'm going to DCA in, I'll still stick to the course for now. So that's my part.
awesome? Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I have any question? I think we don't have any question. Can you see it on your end? Or you cannot see the questions on your end? No? No problem, brother. So I think we just have this one. Yeah, man. For this one, I think Paul Shane really embodies for me, right? And like for everyone, especially in the community, right? Fas Abdul, he's a builder, right? And he's here for the tech, and I'm also here for the tech. Wink, 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 right? So yeah, man. Yeah, for me, yeah.
Cool.
I just by the I just bought 2 days. I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday with my. I think that will be my last dry powder. That one. That yeah, man. This is not financial advice. You have to. We have different financial predicament, financial status. Again, none of this should be taken as a financial advice. We are just celebrating. We're just celebrating the third year anniversary to the Pulsicans around the globe,
Let's
brother.
do the
So
last
yeah,
for today.
man.
Ding.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Let me do this one. Last toast for this one. All right. Last toast for this one.
Cheers.
Boing! Cheers, brother. And yeah, maybe to our viewers who are watching right now, to the international or watching on the other side, maybe you're sipping. Oh man, I just got my.
Never
Yeah,
bet.
man. Yeah, but I did mention about my electric here. But anyway, the power is back. Let's wrap it up, brother, and let us go. Let's wrap this up, and let's go before wrapping up. Let's go to our chat. And the Holland Ong, thanks for feedback for the feedback. And he did mention I like Paul's time, right? Peacock, of course, you can choose this one. I have a little back of all these tokens. Not so much with PTGC. With UFO, not much. Pitbull and the Morbius token, not much on that one. Pulse and time, yeah, of course, Pulse and time of Brother KG. Fast, if you're still watching right now, maybe you can have a word update on the wallet. Man. No pressure though. I know you're here for the tech. All right. And the pulse guy token. Indeed, you can do that. And of course, you did mention not financial advice. And please do your own research. Indeed, yeah, man. If you're gonna hear this kind of words, know that this is right. So again, thank you so much for the feedback, and thank you for stopping by on chat. And again, guys, we are live every Monday as Tuesday, p.m. Malaysian and Philippine time. Catch us with my man, my brother in the trenches, Asian and Pulse. Brother, let's wrap this one out. Yeah, go ahead.
So to wrap this out, I would say once again, happy third year anniversary Pulse Chain to all the Pulsicans and to everyone that is still building out there and still learning and still believing. We'll see you guys at the top. So this is Asian on Pulse right here with my partner, a host of MacB Crypto, and this is Pulse Asian TV. So look forward to see you in the next round. Signing out.
Signing out. Bam. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.